So what are we doing on this?
Timing belt. Timing belt, DSG service, and oil change.
And what year is it?
2015.
Someone never attached the radiator?
Yeah, look at it. It's fucking floating loose.
Coolant reservoir. So pull the reservoir, pop that up, pulling 2 fuel lines. Is this a 2-liter? 2-liter turbo. T30s?
T30s.
What are you unplugging there?
Add blue injector.
Add fluid injector?
Add blue.
Oh.
Differential pressure sensor hoses.
That's what you're removing now?
Yep.
Timing belt cover. Ooh, there she is. What size and what bolt was that?
Engine mount bolt, 13 millimeter. Engine mount bolt, 16 millimeter.
So you just remove these to give you more access, and
we're gonna jack them further up here a bit.
So what are we doing here?
I'm just gonna drain some coolant off.
Drain some coolant?
Just so it's less mess when I do take the water pump out.
Taking the serpentine off. And that's what that little pin is for?
That locks it, yep.
Yeah, that locks the tension.
Locks it in place, yeah.
So you were doing what again? I missed it.
Timing. So timing set. Set the crank. See that mark there? The arrow.
Right there. Four of those? Yeah, 4 T30s. Take off the timing plate cover. Is that a timing plate cover? What is that?
Timing cover, yeah.
Timing cover? It's easier to take the tensioner out
so
to access everything. You said 16?
Yeah, 16.
And that is touching what?
Engine support.
Engine support.
Yeah, bracket.
What size is that?
13.
13 for the tensioner, what?
I just talking about tension roller.
Oh, tension roller. 13.
Oil pan?
Jacking the oil pan to lift the engine up.
Yep.
And that's to help you place the motor mount?
Good access. Take the motor mount out and access the rest of the belt. Belt goes around this bullshit. Even in the background.
Yeah.
Pump now.
That's the water pump we're doing? Yeah. Nah, I think that's when they hit you. What's the service on a water pump? How many miles?
120 timing belt water pump.
120?
Yes. Pretty common.
What are you disconnecting?
Water pump control valve.
Water pump control valve.
Water pump solenoid. This little valve controls the shroud. It'll cover the impeller so it won't spin any water. The water will sit still and get hot and make heat faster.
What brakes on them?
These usually just leak.
They just leak?
This one looks fine.
Alrighty, so new water pumps going in. Size of those triples?
10.
10. Says 10 on the triple squares. 4 of those.
3 of those.
3 of those. What do we got going on here? Locking it in for timing again?
Yep,
or?
locking that in for timing.
Locking that guy in.
T10490.
It's the tool?
Crank lock tool.
Crank lock tool. It's pretty intense doing a timing belt.
Yeah, a lot of work. Definitely.
You think mine's easier?
I think so.
What are you putting in?
Roller.
New roller?
Yep, new roller.
What size?
13 millimeter.
And that's in the water pump harness?
Yep.
Water pump harness is installed. Go back together.
Goes in there. Oh, right here, I'm sorry. This, right there.
Okay. Obviously it's cut out for that?
Yeah, there's a cutout, yeah. So you can
Oh, I see
so
it.
it can spring
Oh, I see. Any tips and tricks for this belt?
Yeah, hold on a second. Take a small socket
Yep.
and wedge it in here.
Oh.
That'll keep the belt from falling off the floor.
That's a pretty good idea. And then you can run the rest of your belt.
And you want all the tension on the front.
All the tension on the front, wrap it around and just continue until you get to the back.
Yep.
like a glove.
That's the bolt makes it do that.
The bolt?
The little
the
socket? Yeah.
Helps.
Because look how tight I have that on the front. I have all the slack back here.
Gotcha.
Right on.
So the socket is the trick. And the socket that we were talking about is that little guy. Just keeps the tension, keeps the belt nice and tight so you can run it through the front first to the back.
This arrow and that hole.
Oh really? It goes, you want it in that gap? Yeah. What do you call those? Like timing pins or?
Yeah, just locking pin.
You just remove the, what was that thing at the bottom?
Crank lock.
Crank lock. Installing
Engine support bracket.
engine support bracket. What size bolts?
16 millimeters. Leave that on loose.
Leave it loose. Benefits for, so you can put it on the cover.
This guy in here, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. And what size are those bolts for the covers?
T30.
T30? More T30s. Those are triple 10s, 4 of those. What are you doing that for?
Checking the timing.
Checking the timing.
Checking.
Okay.
Shine down hole.
Oh, I see. Back right there. And then there's a line on the engine.
Same within there, so that lines
Oh,
up.
yeah. I see that. Gotcha.
So that, there we're good.
And that tells us that it's perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed. Nothing else needs to be done with time.
Could you also just put the pins back in to also determine?
You
if
can,
they
but the pins are so tight,
Oh, okay.
it'll throw you off. It'll make you think something's wrong.
Gotcha. Put in what? Is it the upper timing belt cover?
Yep.
And that's 16 up?
Yep.
2 of those?
3 total.
We're putting the fuel lines back?
Nope. Differential pressure sensor.
Differential what?
Pressure sensor line.
Gotcha. Differential pressure sensor lines. Would I miss anything?
Nothing.
Oh, these are the fuel lines.
No, these are the cool ones.
Oh, these are the cool ones. What size?
T30.
What are you snapping on? What is that?
It's a harness for the AdBlue injector.
Got a little T30 right there. Tensioner, right?
Tensioner, yeah. Triple 10.
Triple tens?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
2 of those. What else you tightening?
Bottom 16 on the
Bottom
mount.
16 on the engine mount.
Yeah.
Now we're installing serpentine belt.
Serpentine belt.
Any tips and tricks to doing this on the road if you had to? Like, how do you loosen this one? Sure.
It is counterclockwise, loosen.
Yeah. That's it.
There you go.
How often do you have to change those? The tensioners?
Engine mount back in.
Upper motor mount?
Yep.
What size on that?
13.
13 all around?
Nope, 13, 2/16s, 2/18.
13, 2/16s, and 2/18s. 18s are on the engine?
18s are here, yeah.
16 there, 13 over there. You don't have to set those pins or whatever, like you know how you...
For the subframe,
Yeah.
this doesn't have them. There's no pins on this. Obviously, you don't want any pins. Go in a couple threads by hand.
Fuel filter back. What do you recommend for fuel filters?
Every 20.
Every 20. Is that factory or your?
Factory.
What size are these?
10.
Another 10 down there. So what are we connecting?
Main fuel supply line. Yeah, I said no.
I just tried to do the same thing today after they said yes to that.
They told me no one has complained about it. I agree with that, but also yes, it's not the right answer for your aftermarket. You have the right aftermarket on there.
So what lines were these again?
What do you mean?
These 2 lines you just put on?
Oh, those are the fuel lines.
2 fuel lines, and we're connecting
AdBlue line.
AdBlue. What size are those for the fuel filter?
T20.
T20s.
Oh damn, they're tough.
Seems like a bad idea with those. many miles are on this car? Just slap it and go.
Yeah.
The 5QO, is that the filter number on the side?
Most likely, yeah.